Hey, I'm Gary from PA Hydroponics in York Springs, Pennsylvania. We also have a store in Maryland called All Good Garden Supply in northern Baltimore. If you're near us, come see us. We got a lot of cool stuff in here. Today we're going to be talking about a reservoir top-off system. This is tomato plant here. We started this in one of our previous videos. That video is how to plant into a hydroponic system. The tomato is about this big, and we're going to have links up here, so check our description for links to that video. Basic bubble bucket. I've told people before, there's limits to the size of what you can do in a bubble bucket. So, and literally, when it gets like this, you can no longer lift it off to change this. And on top of that, this guy drinks over a gallon a day. So when I'm away on the weekends for a few days, it could be empty. And that's what happened to us several times. So I ended up hooking up a separate reservoir to it. And this top-off system can work on any kind of system you have that has a reservoir. And I have pretty much a tube coming out the side here, and this is an extra side reservoir. I have everything up on a 3.5 gallon bucket. I wanted to get off the ground anyway because it's winter here and the ground is cold. And this is a float valve in here, and then up here is your actual top-off water. This is gravity fed down to the bottom. The valve, when the water level gets drank, will let more water in slowly, and that will keep your plant topped off. This will work on any of the kind of systems that we built in other videos that have a reservoir. You couldn't really plant a tomato straight into here because the little float valve in here is going to get roots totally tangled up, and it just ain't going to work. So your top reservoir, this can be as big as you want. I've had customers talking about 55 gallon drums and stuff like that. Just be cautious with that, because there's a weight of the water involved there, which the more water you have in something, the more pressure you're going to have down here. All right, so the inside bucket of tent is the same level as this bucket, so the water level is always going to be the same as the inside. These are the float valves that I used. These are made by Hydrologic. I've seen all different kinds of these things around. I love these because they're small enough to fit in a bucket without any problem. And the really cool thing about them is they're easily adjustable. Some of the hardware store versions of this have like a metal rod that you have to actually bend the rod. So these here, I just set my water level and just get it right exactly where I want it, and then lock it in. I used a step bit here and drilled right underneath right about where I wanted the water level to be, but I have it down a little bit underneath here so I don't have to worry about any leaking out of this fitting. The hole size on this thing looks to be about 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch hole up here, and then this is the part that screws on the outside of the bucket, and then I just ran 1/2 inch hose up. I used our 1/2 inch drain fittings for the top bucket to hook onto the 1/2 inch hose, and I just put a little elbow in there just because of the way I have mine positioned. I didn't want to get a kink in it. So these valves also come in 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch. I just like using these, so I'm going with the 1/2 inch. They don't make this in a 1/4 inch. I kind of wish they did, but it's not really that important. Well, the water's never going to be gushing in here, so whenever this does actually open up, it only moves just like that much, and it'll just trickle out, drip in. It's not like shooting out into anything, so you don't have to worry about anything splashing or anything going on like that. I also, all right, the 1/2 inch drain, if you haven't watched our other videos, we have gone into a great deal about all this. This fitting here has got double grommets. This is what's coming out of the top bucket. And I use a 1/4 inch hole saw for that, so make sure you clean up the hole really well when you go to drill it so that you don't get any leaking. There's a lot more stuff you can do with this system too. If you come over here a second, I'll show you. I went ahead and put a little drain here with a valve so I can drain it out easier, which I thought would help me out a little bit. Ideally, it'd be nice to have the system on the ground, but I didn't want to drill a hole through my tent. And the main reason for that is my inner liner of my tent, I want to keep that working in case I get a leak in here ever. And I don't want to have to, if I have to fold that over and go through the side of my tent, it's probably not going to hold the water in there the way it should be. So pretty easy to build. And you can also do the water level indicator kit right here too, which is on another video we did, how to add a water level indicator kit. That would be kind of come in handy, so you just walk in and be like, oh, that bucket's getting low. So yeah, that's a reservoir top off system. I originally saw this way back. General Hydroponics made one called the Texas Controller, and after getting with those systems in the store, I was like, okay, this is nothing to it really. So yeah, you could do probably a 13-gallon bucket up there. You could do anything with this. And that's about all I can show you for now on this. Like I said, watch some of our other videos. This would hook into our recirculating deep water culture system. It would also hook up to our high flow water culture system, which that video is really cool. And don't forget to click and like us down here. And I'm Gary from PA Hydroponics, York Springs, Pennsylvania. Thanks for watching, and we'll be doing some more videos. So peace.